Hello. So today we are going to perform a lab on man-in-the-middle attack. That is, we are going to do a attack from our Kali Linux machine to our Ubuntu. So this will tell us about the password and the username which we will gain access and they will do. So for this, let's start with our first tool that we are going to use for our spoofing and man-in-the-middle attack. Now for this type of attack, there are many tools out there which can you can use to initiate this attack. Some of them are outdated and some of them are already pre some of them are already pre-installed in Kali Linux. However, we are going to cover one of the most known tool, that is BetterCap. It is a little bit harder to use, however, we are just going to cover the basic of it. So let's open our terminal, and since this we have installed as we have installed it already in our Kali Linux machine, so we don't need to install that. We will just start our Kali Linux machine and type sudo su, type the password here. So we will just to open the framework, we will just need to type sudo bettercap. And my advice for this entire section is that we will be running all the tools as a root account, because we are going to perform bunch of different networking things, and some could require root privilege. That is, some of the tools might not run and some of the settings might not work if we run it as a regular user in our Kali Linux. So there are two ways for doing man-in-the middle attack. That is, we can run it as a command by specifying a file that contains all the BetterCap commands. I will also tell you in the last about that also. And or we can just run it inside a framework. So for doing the framework, we will type, as I have just already installed. If you want to install the BetterCap, you can just type sudo apt install BetterCap. So you can see our BetterCap started. We are going to experiment with different commands in order to run this attack, and after this we are just going to see how we can run it just from a terminal in one line command. So the framework which tells us the version of the BetterCap, and it also tells us that we can type help also for list of command. So we will first type help. So here help tells us about the different commands in which main is R spoofing, which is not running. But as we can see that all the commands are not running, only one command which is running, that is event.stream. And these are some parameters which we can use, and these are some modules. So like help module, if we need to know about any of these modules, we will just type help and type like R spoofing, we can just type this. And these are active, quit, clear, which we already used in our other also. So if we just type help r dot spoof, you can see here, we can see how it started and other things. Then we will just type help net dot probe. So here it tells us about the net dot probe. So for starting it, we can just type net dot probe on the above commands of the if we type the help command, it will give us full description. So for net probe, it is. So net probe, it just keep probing for a new host on network by sending dummy UDP packets. So we have different commands also. So we will just start net dot probe on. As we can see, it is just capturing IPs which are running on this. So if we type help r dot spoof, we can see that here it is that start ARP spoofing of that, and the main which we are interested in, it is r.spoof full duplex. It means that if it is true, both the target and the gateway will attack, otherwise only the target will attack. And the other one we will use is r.spoof.targets. So in this we can just add a target and it will do the spoofing attack on it. So we will type set r dot spoof dot full duplex and press enter. Sorry, I just forgot to write true in the last. So now we can see it implements. So now we will just set arp dot spoof dot targets and just type, and we will pick up any of this. Like I have picked up my Ubuntu IP, which is this one. So we will type here 192.168.244.136 and press enter. After this, we will just start sniffing the network connection. So we will type help net dot sniff. So here we can say that, see that for starting it, and in this we are just basically we will just look on the net sniff local, because if true it will consider packets from this computer, otherwise it will skip them. So I will just type set net dot sniff dot locals to true. Okay. So after we have done everything, so now we will just on our spoofing and net sniff also. R dot spoof on. As we can see, it already start capturing. And next we will type net dot sniff on. So it for the to check this, I will just open my Ubuntu server. Here we have just opened our Firefox. If we just visited the Facebook site, and we will go, and we can see that it start capturing the packets like if Facebook, and if we search something different, likely Twitter, so here we can see it start capturing for Twitter local. So so this will start sniffing packets on our machine. It shows queries. If I visited some web pages like I have shown you, Facebook and other, so it shows queries. So now if we will just go to a different site, that is this one. If we open this and type our username as test and password also as test, so it will just show here like this. But if we go to our, it will take some time. But if we just go some upward, it shows the username and the packets which are captured. After going up, we will see the request for and passwords in it. That is it is in hash value. So it will work for any website which sends unencrypted data. For example, if we take another site, go to Ubuntu server and just go to this site. And if we open this one, press login here. That username is admin. We will type password as test and just press on login. We will just go to our Kali Linux, and after going, it will just take some time. After going some downward here, we can see our username as admin and password as test. So if I click and type after scrolling up, we get here the password sniffing pack showing packets which were sent and see the username and password. This is the only way to use BetterCap. This is one way, sorry, this is the one way to use BetterCap. So now I will just exit this program and it will stop all target and restore our cache from our targets. So another way for creating file is called sniff.cap. We will create a file. So we will type nano sniff.cap. Inside this, we will just type all the commands which we have put it like net probe, set full duplex, set r spoof target, and here I have typed the IP of the machine which I'm going, and then the netsafe local true r spoof and on, and just click Control X, and it will save it. So for running it, we will just type better cap interface iFace and Ethernet for Kali Linux is and for it is Ethernet 0 caplet and type the uh, file name sniff.cap. So we can see it just started the all the commands which we just typed one by one. So if now again we just go to Ubuntu server and just search Facebook. So see it start capturing Facebook packets here. So this is one another way of doing the man in the middle attack. So this was the whole attack which I have done. Thank you.